Hello and welcome back to Discover Your Dreamz. This is our space, a place to explore what it really means to step into your potential and create a life that feels true to you, especially in midlife and beyond. If we haven't met yet, I'm Cynthia. I mostly work with people over 45 who are ready to rediscover their purpose and design a life filled with joy, freedom, and possibility. I want to say this up front. You're not here by accident. Something inside you already knows there's more waiting for you. More love, more meaning, more expression. That quiet whisper you've been hearing, it's saying, I'm ready for something new. This time in your life called midlife isn't the end of the road. It's not a decline. It's a turning point. It's the moment you stop living by old expectations and start asking, what do I really want now? This is the perfect time to reimagine what's possible and to finally give yourself permission to live life on your own terms. In our last session, we talked about the power of belief, how your thoughts shape your reality. That's the foundation taught by Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, and Dispenza. They remind us that imagination, belief, and energy are the tools that create your future. But belief isn't always easy, is it? Fear sneaks in, doubt whispers, and suddenly you ask yourself, what if I fail? What if I'm too old? What if I don't have the time, energy, or resources to start over? Those questions can feel heavy. They can stop you before you even begin. But here's the truth. Every dreamer, every creator, every person who's ever reinvented themselves has felt those same fears. The difference is, they learn to see fear for what it really is. Not a stop sign, a signal. A signal that you're stepping into new territory, that you're stretching beyond your comfort zone, that something greater is waiting for you on the other side. Today we're going to talk about how to reset your mind, how to quiet those voices of doubt, how to break free from the old patterns that have been holding you back. Because you have the power to create a life that excites you again, a life that feels vibrant, meaningful, and uniquely yours. So grab your notebook and a cup of coffee or tea and take a deep breath. Settle in. By the end of today's session, you'll have practical tools inspired by Goddard, Hill, and Dispenza to face fear head-on and step into your next chapter with confidence. This is your moment, your reset, and it begins right now. Let's talk about fear and doubt. Because if belief is the foundation of transformation, then fear and doubt are often the walls that keep us from stepping into it. Neville Goddard taught that imagination creates reality. But here's the catch. When fear takes over, we start imagining the wrong things. Instead of picturing the life we want, we rehearse worst-case scenarios, and the more we replay them, the more real they feel. Napoleon Hill called fear one of the 6 basic enemies of success. He reminded us that fear is nothing more than a state of mind, and since we can control our minds, we can also master fear. Dispenza takes it deeper into science. He shows us that fear isn't just a thought, it's a pattern wired into the brain and body. When we keep repeating the same fearful stories, our nervous system gets stuck in survival mode. But the moment we choose a new thought, a new vision, we literally begin to rewire our brains for possibility. So here's the truth. Fear and doubt don't mean you're broken. They mean you're growing. They show up when you're on the edge of change. Let's try something together. Think of a fear that's been circling in your mind. Maybe it's, what if I fail? Or what if I'm too old? Now pause. Take a breath and ask yourself, what if the opposite were true? What if you succeed? What if this is the perfect time? What if everything you need shows up once you take the first step? That simple shift from imagining the worst to imagining the best is exactly what Goddard, Hill, and Dispenza are pointing us toward. It's not about denying fear. It's about using it as a signal that you're stepping into something bigger. Because fear isn't here to stop you. It's here to remind you that you're alive, you're expanding, and you're on the edge of possibility. Neville Goddard often spoke about a time in his own life when he faced deep uncertainty during the early years of his teaching. He said that whenever fear crept in, he would remind himself that his imagination was creating his reality. So rather than fighting the fear, he would go into what he called the feeling of the wish fulfilled. He would close his eyes and imagine himself already living the life he desired, standing on the stage, teaching with confidence, feeling the applause of the audience that was deeply moved. He said that as he did that, the fear began to dissolve because you can't hold the vibration of fear and the vibration of fulfillment at the same time. That story reminds us that fear isn't something we have to overcome with force. It's something we dissolve by replacing it with belief. Let's talk about something we don't always acknowledge: the cost of staying stuck. When we avoid change, it feels safe in the moment, but over time, it quietly drains us. Neville Goddard would say that when we keep imagining the same old story, we keep reliving the same old life. And the cost of that is possibility, the future you could have created if you dared to imagine something new. Napoleon Hill reminded us that indecision and doubt are the real thieves of opportunity. Every time we delay, every time we let fear hold us back, we pay with lost time, time we can never get back. And Dr. Dispenza shows us the science of it. When we stay stuck in the same patterns, our bodies literally become addicted to the stress, the worry, the sameness. The cost isn't just emotional, it's physical. It's our energy, our vitality, our health. So what are the hidden costs of staying stuck? Lost time, years spent waiting instead of creating. Unlived potential, the dreams that never get a chance to breathe. Emotional weight, the frustration of knowing deep down you're capable of more. And the physical toll, the stress of repeating the same cycles over and over. And maybe the biggest cost of all, regret. That quiet ache of wondering, what if I had tried? What if I had said yes to myself? Here's the truth. Staying stuck is never neutral. It always costs something. The question is, are you willing to keep paying that price? Or is it time to invest in the life you really want? If this video is resonating with you and you're wanting a more hands-on way to work towards your goals, I've put together a workbook, Manifest Your Best Life, a midlife guide to transformation, to help you do just that. It's designed to help you take action that creates lasting change. Rooted in the teachings of Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, and Dr. Joe Dispenza, this guide is crafted especially for adults 45 and older who are ready to rewrite their story and step into a life of purpose and fulfillment. Inside, you'll find simple, practical exercises to help you shift your mindset, align your emotions, and finally create the relationships, health, and financial freedom you've been dreaming of. And if you're ready to go even deeper, I offer one-on-one coaching to help you apply these tools directly to your unique goals and challenges, with personalized support every step of the way. So if you're done waiting and ready to start living the life you were meant for, grab your copy of Manifest Your Best Life today, and let's take this journey together. The links are in the description below. Now let's get back to our lesson. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine 2 mornings. In the first, you wake up and everything feels the same. You roll out of bed, already tired. You go through the motions, coffee, emails, maybe work that doesn't light you up anymore. There's a heaviness in your chest, a quiet voice that says, "Is this really it?" But you push it down because change feels too big, too risky, so you stay where you are. Now, here's the hidden cost. Every day like this chips away at your energy, your joy, your sense of possibility. You're not just standing still, you're slowly giving away your time, your health, and your dreams. Neville Goddard would say you're imagining the same story over and over, and so you keep reliving it. Napoleon Hill would call it the price of indecision, opportunities slipping through your fingers. And Joe Dispenza would remind us that your body is literally wiring itself to repeat the same stress, the same emotions, the same life. Now picture the second morning. You wake up and decide to do one thing differently. Maybe you write down a vision of your future. Maybe you take one small step toward a dream you've been putting off. It's not perfect, it's not finished, but it's movement. And with that movement comes energy, hope, a spark of excitement you haven't felt in years. That's the difference. Staying stuck costs you your vitality, your potential, your joy. Choosing change, even in the smallest way, gives you life back. So the real question isn't, what if I try and fail? The real question is, what is it costing me to stay exactly where I am? All right, let's take a moment together. If you are able, close your eyes for just a few seconds and take a slow, deep breath in. And let it out. Now, think about one area of your life where you've been feeling stuck. Don't overthink it. Just notice what comes up first. Maybe it's your work. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your relationships. Whatever it is, hold it gently in your mind. Now ask yourself, what is this stuckness costing me? Is it costing me time, days, months, maybe even years I can't get back? Is it costing me energy, leaving me drained, uninspired, or restless? Is it costing me joy, keeping me from feeling alive, creative, and fulfilled? Or maybe it's costing me my health. The stress of repeating the same cycles over and over. Take a moment and write down whatever comes up. Don't judge it, just let it flow. Now, let's flip that. Imagine you choose differently. Imagine you took even one small step forward. What would open up for you? How would you feel waking up in the morning? What new opportunities might appear? This is where Neville Goddard's wisdom comes alive. You're using imagination to create a new story. This is where Napoleon Hill's reminder matters. Indecision has a cost, but action creates momentum. And this is where Dr. Dispenza's science supports you. Every new thought, every new choice begins to rewire your brain and body for a new future. Finally, ask yourself, what's one small step I can take this week to move forward? It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be real. Write it down, claim it. Because staying stuck is never neutral. It always costs something. But the moment you choose even the smallest step forward, you begin to shift the balance back in your favor. Napoleon Hill tells one of my favorite stories in Think and Grow Rich about a man named R.U. Darby who went digging for gold during the gold rush. He found a small trace, invested everything, and started drilling. But after months of effort with no major success, he quit. He sold the equipment to a junk dealer who brought in an expert to check the mine and discovered that the gold vein was just 3 feet from where Darby had stopped digging. That story isn't just about wealth. It's about persistence in the face of doubt. Most people turn back when they feel resistance. But what if fear and frustration are just signs that you're close? That your breakthrough is only a few steps away? The lesson is simple. When old fear whispers, you can't, remind yourself, maybe you're just 3 feet from gold. We've just uncovered the hidden costs of staying stuck. The time, the energy, the joy, even the health that quietly slips away when we don't move forward. And I know that can feel heavy to sit with. But here's the good news. Awareness is power. The moment you see the cost, you also see the opportunity. You realize you don't have to keep paying that price. This is where everything we've been talking about, belief, imagination, fear, and possibility, all comes together. Because midlife isn't about holding on to the old story. It's about giving yourself permission to write a new one. And that's exactly what we're stepping into next. I call it the Midlife Mind Reset. It's the process of clearing out old patterns, rewiring your thoughts, and aligning your imagination, your energy, and your actions so they all point towards the life you actually want to live. This is where the teachings of Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, and Joe Dispenza meet real, practical tools you can use every single day. It's where you stop circling in doubt and finally step into clarity, confidence, and momentum. So take a breath with me. Let go of the weight of what's behind you. And get ready, because now we're going to reset your mind for the next chapter of your life. We've covered the cost of staying stuck. We've felt how fear and doubt can hold us back. And we've also glimpsed the possibility of something greater. Now it's time to bring it all together. This is what I call the Midlife Mind Reset, a way to clear out the old patterns, rewire your thinking, and step into a future that feels vibrant, purposeful, and free. And here's the good news. It doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, it comes down to 3 simple steps. All right, let's do this together. This isn't just something to listen to, it's something to experience. So take a deep breath in and let it out. Good. Step 1, reimagine. Neville Goddard taught that imagination is the creative force of life. So let's start there. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 6 months from now, living the life you truly want. Where are you? Who are you with? What does your day feel like? Now write down 3 details that feel the most alive to you. Don't overthink it. Just capture what comes. Step 2, redecide. Napoleon Hill reminded us that indecision is the thief of opportunity. So right now, we're going to choose. On a fresh page, write this sentence. Today, I decide to, and finish it with one clear choice about the direction you want to move in. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. You feel that? That's momentum. Step 3, rewire. Dr. Dispenza shows us that every new thought, every new choice literally rewires the brain and body. So let's anchor this decision. Choose one small daily practice you can commit to for the next 7 days. It could be a morning affirmation. It could be journaling as if your future self is already here. It could be 2 minutes of meditation where you feel the emotions of the new life. Write it down. That's your practice. When things get tough and you feel like you might give up, I want you to remember a story that Dr. Dispenza shares of his own recovery after a near-fatal accident. When doctors told him he might never walk again, he decided to use his mind to heal his body. Every day, he visualized himself rebuilding his spine, nerve by nerve, vertebra by vertebra. He said it took him 6 weeks before he could focus long enough to finish one full visualization, but eventually, his body began to respond. He went from being immobilized to walking again, and that became the foundation of his life's work. What he discovered is that your body doesn't know the difference between a real experience and an imagined one. It responds to the emotion and belief. So when fear shows up, it's not the end. It's an opportunity to rewire your brain for courage and confidence instead. So let's bring it all together. You reimagined the life you want. You redecided to claim it. And you chose a way to rewire your mind and body to live it. This is how you move from fear into freedom, from doubt into clarity, from being stuck into momentum. This is your midlife mind reset, and it begins right now. All right, let's seal this in together. Place your hand over your heart if that feels comfortable. Take a slow, deep breath in and let it out. Now repeat after me, either out loud or quietly to yourself. I release the old story. I choose a new vision. I decide to move forward. I am rewiring my mind and body for the life I desire. You feel that? That's your reset. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Carry with you into the rest of your day, and remember, every time you imagine, decide, and practice, you're building the future you've been waiting for. Today, we've walked through a powerful journey together. We began by looking at fear and doubt and how they sneak in, whispering questions like, what if I fail? What if I'm too old? And we reframed them through the wisdom of Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, and Joe Dispenza. We saw that fear isn't a stop sign. It's a signal that you're on the edge of growth. Then we uncovered the hidden costs of staying stuck. We realized that inaction isn't neutral. It costs us time, energy, joy, health, and sometimes even our sense of purpose. And we asked the deeper question, what is it costing me to stay exactly where I am? From there, we stepped into the midlife mind reset, where together we practiced the 3 steps: reimagine your future, redecide to claim it, and rewire your mind and body to live it. We didn't just talk about it. We experienced it through reflection, journaling, and making a promise to ourselves to anchor the lesson and begin our reset. So here's what I want you to take away. You are not stuck. You are not too old, and you are not behind. Midlife is not the end of the story. It's the turning point. And every time you imagine, decide, and practice, you are casting a vote for the life you truly want. So here's my invitation. Choose one small step this week that aligns with your new identity. Write it down. Commit to it. Do it. Share this message with someone else who's ready for their own reset, because transformation is contagious. And if you want to keep walking this path with me, subscribe, stay connected, and join me for the next video. Your next chapter isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for you. And it begins right now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.